On the news tonight, Zamfara State government to upgrade 9 secondary schools for sound science and technical education. Plus, residents of Zamfara warn against impending flooding. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to NTA News. Today being Thursday, 24th July 2025, equivalent to 29 Muharram 1447 after the Hijrah. I am Umar Adam, now the news in detail. Zamfara Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture has reaffirmed its commitment to be just and fair in the selection of businessmen and women to benefit from loans and grants to be disbursed across the 14 local government areas of the state. The president of the chamber, Dr. Hassan Buhari Tafida, gave the assurance while speaking with NTA News about the ongoing preparation by the state government for the take-up of the exercise. Our correspondent Jamil Ibrahim has more on the report.
The prolonged security challenges and the economic recession have negatively affected business activities in Zamfara State, whose capital Gusau was formerly second to Kano in terms of commerce and industry in northern Nigeria. The present administration of Governor Dauda Lawal, in collaboration with the Zamfara State Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, is however now taking practical steps towards changing the narrative. This has resulted in securing a loan of 20 billion naira to be disbursed to the deserving businessmen and women in the state. To this end, the State Chamber of Commerce is currently verifying the eligible and prospective beneficiaries of the loan. President of the Chamber, Alhaji Hassan Buhari Tafida, said only individuals and companies whose names were earlier compiled and submitted to Governor Dauda Lawal will be considered.
Introduce an agreement that which will give us, they'll have to give us the power of Anthony. If you fail to pay this loan, we can take you anywhere. You agree that we can take you directly to the court, we can take you to DSS, EFCC. All this agreement, we incorporated that inside the agreement. Even the GSI, Global Standing Instruction Order, you agree wherever you have money, they can use the your BBN to trust any account you have so that this money will be recovered.
The loan is in addition to the grant of 1.5 billion naira the governor has approved for various categories of businessmen and women in the state.
About 250,000 will be given to 2,000 people. Then 500,000 will be given to 1,000 people. And in that 1,000 issue, it has to be 50-50. Women will have 500, men will have 500. So also the other, also we have another category of at least maybe 60 people will have 5 million. Or it could be 10 million, that is 30 people will benefit.
The president of the State Chamber of Commerce, who applauded Governor Dauda Lawal for his uncommon commitment towards reviving the commercial activities in Zamfara State, promised that they will work diligently to justify the reposed confidence.
Ask us also to bring some companies so that who are really they want to be exporting products outside the country. For you to export, you have to get a license. And this license, you have to spend a lot before you get this license. But the government now promised we can bring about 20 people who are willing and ready to export various commodities we have here. And about 20 people will benefit and the government will pay all the license fee or whatever. We also have another category of 15,000 people who are also, maybe they are in need of certificate. And this certificate, you can tender it to the banks if you want to get a loan. So he said 15,000 of our members will benefit that. He will pay for all the charges.
Some of the applicants expressed gratitude to the governor for the intervention, expressing optimism that it will make the desired impact. The disbursement of the loan and grants to the selected traders is expected to commence as soon as the laid-down protocols and procedures are completed. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
Zamfara State government has approved the upgrading of 9 secondary schools across the 3 geopolitical zones of the state. The State Commissioner of Education, Science and Technology, Malam Modatoma Dewaki, disclosed this while speaking at the first Congress meeting of the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, Zamfara State Chapter, held in Gusau. Our correspondent Muhammad Abubakar has the details.
Since the declaration of the state of emergency on education embarked upon by Governor Dauda Lawal, the State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology in the state extends its activities towards providing quality education to the children of the state. Speaking during the first annual conference of the National Association of Preparators of Private Schools, the Commissioner of Education, Malam Wadato Madawaki, promised to strengthen cordial relationship between the state government and the association in the areas of quality education. He maintained that in order to achieve the target, the state government has been in partnership and collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Education, educational institutions in the country and donor agencies such as UNICEF with a view to bringing back the glory of education in the state.
We have the World Bank. In that area, we have a very fantastic program that is going about today that is contributing immensely in the provision of quality education. And that is the Adolescent Girl Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, popularly known as AGI.
He stated that in the 2025 budget, 72 billion naira was budgeted for education, at which over 49% has so far been utilized in various educational activities in the state. The commissioner then called on those private schools that are yet to register with the state government to do so without further delay or face the wrath of the law. Wadato Madawaki then announced the upgrading of 3 secondary schools to offer sciences subjects only, and another 3 to offer technical subjects only, and other 3 schools that will offer entrepreneurship education to girls' child.
If you go to Zamfara West, we have Science Secondary School Bakura, then a science school, we have Unity Secondary School, Gumi for technical school, and then we have Government Girls College, Talata Mafara, for entrepreneurship education. So you can see the partnership is moving about.
In his remarks, the state chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Professor Nasir Anka, underscores the significance of partnering with the private sector in the provision of quality education in the state.
Let me emphasize, no one institution can achieve quality education alone, whether public or private. Our goal must be united to ensure that every child in Zamfara receives an education that is not only accessible but transformative.
The chairman of the association, Dr. Abdullah Tukur Gusau, appreciates all those that grace the occasion that is aimed at enhancing synergy between the state government and the private schools in achieving standard of education in the state. Highlight of the occasions was the presentation of papers, presentation of honorary awards to some distinguished personalities, among which are the State Deputy Governor Mali Momoni and the Commissioner of Education Malam Wadato Madawaki respectively. In Gusau, Muhammad Abubakar, NTA News.
The Governing Council of the Federal University Gusau has approved the promotion of 11 senior academic staff of the institutions to the ranks of professor and reader. 4 of the affected academics were promoted to the rank of professor and the 7 others elevated from the post of senior lecturer to reader. This is contained in a statement issued by the management of the university. According to the statement, the promotion was approved at the Council's 30th regular meeting held on 23 July 2025 in Abuja. Those promoted to the ranks of professor are Dr. Lawal Saadu, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Dr. Aliu Usman Moi, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Dr. Nasir Garba Anka, and Dr. Rabiatu Musa Mafara. The list of those elevated to the rank of reader includes Dr. Tawoke Aminu, Dr. Abbas Sani Dahiru, Dr. Abdullah Mustafa Muhammad, and Dr. Aminu Muhammad. Others are Dr. Freshiev Easy, Dr. Ahmad Kainua, and Dr. O. Emmanuel. The Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the University's Governing Council, Aminu Sani Isa, congratulated the new promoted academic staff and urged them to see their elevation as challenge to further dedicate themselves to the service of the university, the community, and the humanity at large. It is said that culture and the language define a man. It encompasses everything from religious to custom, traditions, and social behavior. To promote unity and the cultural understanding among its students, Graceland International Schools organized a cultural event as part of activities marking the end of the 2024-2025 academic session. Our correspondent who was there for NT now reports. Culture is the ideas, custom, and the social behavior of a particular people or society. In a diverse and complex country like Nigeria, it is important for people to learn and understand societal cultures, promote peace and unity among the citizens. It is against this background that Graceland International School Gusau hosted a cultural dance among its students. The event features students from different ethnic groups, including Hausa Fulani, Igbo, and Yoruba, showcasing their traditional dances. Parents and students emphasized the importance of culture in the society as they also presented traditional dishes that gave attendees a taste of the different cultures.
The culture and tradition defines a man. For instance, our language is our identity. Even though I decide to speak English more than the king now, they will still call me a Yoruba man.
The food is too spicy, but it sounds delicious. Amazing.
When you want to cook it, you put the water on fire, allow the water to boil, then you'll be fetching your donwake, small, and be dipping it inside the pot.
May God bless us all. Thank you.
The school principal Ezekiel Solomon said the event aims to encourage cultural learning and the understanding among the students, emphasizing the importance of diversity to nation building. He called on the parents to always educate and guide their children about their religion and the culture for the promotion of peace and unity in the country.
Culture will remind us to accept diversity and also see the reason for unity. Of course, Nigeria is full of a lot of challenges, but if we can imbibe the cultural values that unite us, I believe we'll move forward.
With events of this nature, it is expected that unity and the cultural appreciation will be promoted among the young generation, preparing them to contribute positively to nation development. Residents of Zamfara State have been warned on the dangers of dumping refuse in drainages, which may lead to flooding. The Executive Secretary of Zamfara State Emergency Management Agency, Ahmed Bala, gave the charge while speaking with our correspondent. Aliyu Shehu has more on the story.
Recently, the Nigeria Meteorological Agency (NIMET) has outlined some states with high risks of flooding during this year's rainy season. Zamfara State is one of those states that are prone to the disaster, where about 9 local government areas are forecasted to be affected by the flooding. It is against this background that the Executive Secretary, Zamfara State Emergency Management Agency (ZEMA), Alhaji Ahmed Bala, has warned that human factors are responsible for the worsening of the situation. He lamented that despite the early warning by NIMET, most residents display nonchalant attitude in taking adequate measures for their safety.
Being caused by our nonchalant attitudes to issues. This thing has been happening for a number of years, and we always call on people to be conscious of. It comes to a stage whereby household owners will bring out their garbage and pour into these canals and culverts that are being conducted, that are being built purposely for rainwater when it falls to clear and go into the final destination, into the tributaries, rivers and whatever. These places will be blocked.
Alhaji Ahmed Bala said part of their responsibility is to provide emergency response to victims whenever the need arises. He also stated that his agency has collaborated with the National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) and the Ministry for Humanitarian Affairs to ensure early distribution of relief materials.
Of the numbers they mentioned, we had already started experiencing in Gauranamoda and Gumi. So from the looks of things, all these local governments that have been mentioned would definitely be affected.
Some of the residents interviewed said they are not aware of the early warning by NIMET, but assured that they will do the needful to avoid the possible flooding. In Gusau, Aliyu Shehu, NTA News.
On this note, we conclude our news tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.